Do you know how long it takes to restore a classic Ferrari in the country? This 1960 Ferrari 250 GT took us a full 8 months to transform it from this to this. From the initial scrap state to complete restoration until acquisition. The full restoration record of the 1960 Ferrari 250 GT. Bring it! After the vehicle arrived, we first did a simple inspection of its condition. The overall paint surface was cracked and peeling, the entire body was severely corroded, the side of the chassis was beyond repair, the front fender was deformed and dented, the front fog light was damaged, the Chinese characters were deformed, the front emblem and rear flag emblem were damaged, and the tail lights were missing. The side emblem was missing. Look at the rust on this wheel rim. It's simply unbearable. The interior is even worse. The leather is aged and cracked. The steering wheel emblem and gear knob button are missing. The cigarette lighter is gone. The dashboard is aged. And the engine compartment is indescribable. Judging by this, the engine likely has significant issues too. These are just the visible problems. It's another major project. Without further ado, let's start dismantling the car.
First, the bodywork team will remove the vehicle's decorative chrome parts, doors and windows, and the front and rear hoods.
Take a look at how thick this paint is.
The electrical team enters, records each electrical component of the vehicle, counts them, and then proceeds with disassembly.
Here you can see the entire dashboard is in terrible condition. The leather is aged and the frame is severely corroded. I can understand this, but can someone tell me what happened here?
Being a scene, you tell me this is a Ferrari. The red team enters to dismantle the interior leather.
It seems that almost all the leather in the car needs to be replaced. Actually, the principle we always maintain when restoring vehicles is to repair the old to look new and refurbish the new to look old. When refurbishing the appearance, the most important thing is to maintain the vehicle's originality. When repairing the vehicle, we try to restore its original functionality as much as possible, so that while it looks brand new, it also retains its original essence.
Next, the mechanics enter to dismantle the vehicle's power system and chassis components. Look at this V12 engine, isn't it big? This MD sticker is true mechanical aesthetics.
At this point, the vehicle disassembly work is complete.
Next, we will begin the sheet metal repair. First, we will strip the paint from the vehicle, remove the paint marks, and then gradually scrape off the paint layer. It's hard to believe the paint film has reached hundreds or even thousands in thickness. Look at this paint surface. At least 3 layers were applied. During the restoration of classic cars, the true condition of the bodywork is often hidden beneath the paint. Look at this grey. After roughly removing the car's paint and putty, sandblasting is carried out, followed by spraying epoxy primer to prevent further rust during the restoration process. Now, let's take a direct look at the car's sheet metal condition. The sides are okay, with just some small dents and holes. Turn it over and look underneath. Oh boy, the main beam and floorboard, not a single part is intact. Without further ado, let's get started. Temporary beams are welded on both sides of the car door to prevent the body from deforming during subsequent cutting. Cut the well-sized sheet metal into the appropriate size. Cut to the appropriate size, usually leaving a margin of 2 to 3 centimeters for later adjustments. The 250 GT car mostly has an iron frame, so to achieve restoration accuracy, we also use iron sheets as the main material for bodywork repair. After the sheet metal is roughly shaped, the rusted parts of the car are cut out and then compared and adjusted.
How about this craftsmanship? After the panels are formed, they are replaced one by one in the corresponding positions.
Continuously adjust the curvature and angle to achieve a one-to-one match, then fill and polish some detail. Finally, align the doors, front and rear hoods and chrome parts for the final fit before painting the vehicle.
At this point, the bodywork is basically finished. Let's show it.
Next, we begin painting the car body. First, scrape it once to level it. After the spraying is completed, it needs to be handed over to the bodywork team for final assembly check. Then, spray the color paint. How about it? This authentic Ferrari is starting to have a bit of a mirror-like finish, but we still need to repeatedly polish it until it fully achieves a mirror effect. Meanwhile, our upholstery master is also working on the interior restoration. First, the damaged seats are removed.
Then sandblast the removed frame for restoration.
Cut!
The seat frame is connected with new S-shaped springs. Once connected, it can be sent to the specialist for rust prevention treatment. We cut the previous sofa leather into pieces and trim them into the corresponding shaped models. Then cut out high-density foam for support based on the model and then bond the rust-proof frame with low-density foam. After cutting to the appropriate size, embed wire for easy shaping and support later. This way, we get the raw leather sofa, then bond the cut high-density foam and finally choose a desired color of leather, cutting out each part. May I After sewing the leather, you get a complete sofa. Then, have our carpenter replicate the steering wheel one-to-one, gluing and pressing the wood into shape, sanding it to approximate size, and crafting the joint grooves. The metal parts of the steering wheel are polished. Assemble the steering wheel and sand it into shape.
Apply paint.
Not bad, right? Next, let's start repairing the dashboard.
First, take it apart cleanly.
Afterwards, check each instrument, replace what needs replacing, repair what needs repairing, and if something can't be bought, the master will make it himself. For example, the copper wire harness plating of this dashboard, the main body of the instrument panel, is also sent to Master Qigong for anti-oxidation treatment and refurbishment. After completion, it will be sent to the upholstery workshop to remake the dashboard. Look at this effect. Install the repair dial on the dashboard, and the dashboard repair is complete. The vehicle's front grille is deformed and corroded beyond recognition, and the original factory has long stopped production, so we'll replicate it one-to-one ourselves. Since it has a multi-arc shape, we'll first make a wooden mold like we did when replicating the 125S. If you're interested in the 125S, you can watch the video on my homepage.
After the wooden mold is completed, the sheet metal is hammered to fit the wooden mold, creating the outer contour.
Recreate the grille one-to-one with the material and make markings for installation and alignment.
Next, let's start repairing the heart of our V12, disassemble it, and see what's going on with the steel body.
I can only say it's unbearable to look at. Rust, carbon buildup, and wear are all quite severe. Continuing to dismantle the cam.
All removed parts undergo ultrasonic cleaning. All valves and valve seals are replaced with new ones. After cleaning, a valve vibrator is used to address some valve sticking issues. After completion, use kerosene for valve fluid and raw meat testing. Our other technician is also testing the engine motor voltage at the same time. The engine pistons and crankshaft have also been cleaned, and after passing the clearance inspection between the cylinder walls and the bearings, they are assembled. After assembly is completed, a series of tests are conducted on the engine to ensure it runs correctly, including oil temperature checks, adjusting the cover speed, and adjusting the air-fuel mixture ratio. The sound of the V12 naturally aspirated engine is truly amazing. Once it is confirmed to run correctly, the car can be reassembled. At this point, all parts of this Ferrari have been restored, and the final step is assembly. Finally, we also need to take it out for a 300-kilometer road test. Actually, the principle we have always adhered to over the years is to repair the old as if new, and to refurbish as if old. Restoring the vehicle's appearance is important, but even more important is that after refurbishment and repair, it can run and operate as stably and reliably as before. This is the soul of restoration and refurbishment. Thank you all for your attention.
We are a group of craftsmen who love restoring old cars. If you like old cars and restoration, you must come and see what we do.